which earned me a retrieve. And I won Weird-Dale's Got Talent that year. I can remember the first time I had a seizure actually. It was really difficult, it was at school. And another child went, "Alan's a spastic." I literally had to bite my own tongue. That lady at the back's brilliant. It is difficult. And I grew up living with my gran. And I remember saying, "Gran, why am I different from the other children?" And she went, "Well, you know, son, the stork brings children, and the stork drops babies down chimneys to the family. Just your dad's a right useless cunt and he dropped you and he fractured your skull." The wise words of our elders. She was a lovely lady though, my gran. I lived with her for a very long time, but she was quite strange. Just going to get a little drink, I'm not really unprofessional. But she was very strange, to the point where she banned all tinned fish products from our house because she got John West and Fred West mixed up. And it's true. She wanted, and I quote, "nothing from the murdering fishy fingers of that man." Shipman's beef paste blew her fucking mind. It got me to thinking though that the remaining living West, she's actually been writing a book. This is true. She's actually been writing a book while she's in prison. It's a cookbook, and that made me think too. I'm not there yet. Hold on. Don't shoot your ball too quick. I've always been told that. Yeah. So she wrote this book while she's in prison, and it got me thinking two things. One, I hope to fuck she called that book Monster Munch. And two, and more importantly, I hope there was nothing in those recipes from Fred and Rose's garden. Too soon, Joanne? But yeah, so I actually live in Darlington now. I live with one of those ladies that looks a bit like a gypsy, but isn't a gypsy, but she likes a grab. And I live in the pretty shit end of town, so I stay in a lot. Do you not know what a gypsy grab is? The lady at the back. It's like rape, but with an X Factor backstory. It's quaint. It's like surprise sex. Yeah, so anyway, I live in the crap end of town, so I don't go out much. Because I'm scared of being stabbed. I'll wait for you if you want. So yeah, I don't go out much. I spend a lot of time watching reality TV. My favourite one at the minute was Celebrity Big Brother. I really enjoyed that, although it was difficult to find many celebrities. I liked the two twins who were in there because they'd escaped a near-death experience, or sex with Hugh Hefner, as it's better known. They literally slept with a man so old that he spunks dust. A big laugh for spunky dust. That's just a filler. Yes. That's made me giggle, that one. One programme I really do hate. I really hate The Only Way is Essex. I really, really hate that. It gives... What? Geordie Shaw, did somebody shout? Did somebody shout Geordie? Somebody shouted Geordie Shaw. Yeah. That phrase, "on it like a car bonnet," I would only like that phrase if it was hitting one of those fuckers at 95 miles an hour. Honestly, when they did their summer special in Magaluf, it must have been a real relief for the chlamydia sufferers not to be the dirtiest thing on the island anymore. So anyway, the only way is Essex. I hate it, but it gives you sort of really, really brilliant sound bites. Like one of the girls, she went, "Essex." It's an impression. I don't do many impressions. Essex. It is like the Hollywood of Britain. It's not. It is like the skid marks in the pants of the country. And there's the other guy as well. The guy who's been on Celebrity Big Brother. He was like, "I'm a real trier with girls. To me, no means yes." he's confusing trying with being a bit rapey. So, I do. I hate the show. I would happily suffocate all of the people off The Only Way is Essex with a bag for life. Apart from the Nan, obviously, I'd let nature take care of her. I mean, it is cold, after all, isn't it? You know, they say you should take care of old people in the cold as well, don't they? One of my neighbours has been very quiet lately. I am a bit worried. I won't lie, I haven't reported it. I like the free milk and papers. Sorry, what? You may be wondering what a lovely man like me does for a living. I'm actually a mental health nurse by day. Have we got some more in? Is it just me? Is there more than me? Lovely. Well, you'll know as well. Most of our jobs based on research, or it's meant to be, if you knew. And I found some brilliant pieces of research this month. One of my favourite things is cocaine is more addictive than... Cake is more addictive than cocaine. It is. Just significantly harder to snort. One of the other pieces... How long have I got?
You're alright, keep going.
Keep going, fuck it, right? One of the other pieces of research I really, really like is depressed people spend 31 minutes a week complaining about Mondays. That's a fuckload of time, isn't it? It's not, because last week I spent 2.5 hours wanking over the Saturdays. Dirty man. Dirty, wanky Phil Mitchell, man. But yeah, so it's like last week I was very seriously close to being suspended. I do some work with addicts. Ours is gone, I say. It's a shame because I've got a pasty upstairs. I was worried about him. I do some work with addicts, and literally they were teaching me. I had to teach heroin addicts how to cook. The last thing I don't think they need help with is how to cook things. So I went to my boss and I said that we should just make all of their meals teaspoon size. It's got me 2 weeks off work. It's true. I went to Joanne's house for the time off. So yeah. I've made a few resolutions for this year. With it being 2012, I tried to do the whole adult thing of being friends with an ex, which seems like a really good idea at the time, in much the way that keeping a dead relative in the living room for their disability living allowance seems like a good idea. But after a while, you just realise it's weird. And they smell funny. So you do the only right thing and you bury them in a shallow grave in the garden. It's obviously a joke, she's not in the garden. She's in the woods near the gypsy camp. Slack. Yeah, my other sort of thing for 2012 was to win at technology, because I'm shit at it. But I'm also quite severely bipolar. It's an increasingly common illness. 2 in every one of us are. Mental health nurse, fucking laugh, it's your field. I hate being bipolar. It's brilliant! There you go, a cheaper one for you there. But yeah, so I thought I'm going to take up Twitter this year. But being bipolar, I struggle to fit mania or despair into 140 characters. But it is much more appropriate than my previous sort of method of communication with strangers, which was just standing in Lidl in my pants with a megaphone. Al's gone mental again. LOL. That's 126 characters. Well, So I'm going to leave you with a couple of sayings. God, I fucking hate sayings. My sister's just had a baby. It's not cute, she's too young. And he's useless. It is a bit Jeremy Kyle, but other than that. Yeah, so my sister's just had a baby and she goes on about being really tired all the time. And she's just like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going for a nana nap. Has anybody heard that phrase, a nana nap?
Yeah. Until now.
Yeah. Well, you know it now. My sister goes, I'm going for a nana nap. My nana's been dead 6 years. I'm just wondering how fucking tired my sister is. I'm going to leave you on one more thing. One more saying that I really like. They say if you love somebody, set them free. So with that in mind, I'm going to untie next door's daughter from our spare room. I always like to leave you on a savoury note. The massive tit will leave the stage, and you will get more wonderful chests. So thank you very much for your time. I've been Al. Thank you very much.
Come on, give it up for Al there, well done! Yeah.